Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Wonderland Killings. We are picking up right where we left off. Yeah, we basically just finished the prologue, and now we have chapter 1. So, even though this game still is technically a demo, there is a lot of content, and I'm excited to get into it and see how chapter 1 goes. Basically, they have all been told that they're like stuck here now, but I don't think they know yet that they're in a killing game. So that will be fun to find out. Anyway, let's get right into it. I'm excited. Okay, great prank show, people. I am sure this will make a great promotional video or whatever the hell, but quit it. Yeah, what Mosquito said. Quit it with the frickin' jokes. You... Am I going to die?
Bro, snap out of it.
Dude, we're cool, right?
Please, please, let us go.
Great strategy, priest. Maybe if you say it a little louder and a little longer, the heartless kidnapper will listen.
Really? Please?
I am trapped here. I can't. Dante covered his head with his hands and fell to his knees. He was violently shaking, as though he were having a seizure.
Hey, easy.
Joan immediately ran over to try to help Dante get stable. A loud whistle then rang through the room. Oi, keep your heads on, the lot of you. Running around like a bunch of screaming chickens will only make it worse. But we need now some order.
Mr. Vec is a little blunt in his analysis, but he is largely correct. If we were in real danger, things would be a lot more confusing. The fact that Campbell is willing to give a plain explanation of events is a good sign. Things are under control, so let's calm down.
Augusta then cleared her throat.
Campbell? I would imagine the regime change comes with new laws, no? I realize I'm just some girl, but I would love it if you told us a bit more about how things are going to work.
Very perceptive, Augusta. I was in fact given some new rules, and I think you would all be very interested in hearing them. So listen up, and we'll get through this boring procedure in no time. Come on. Campbell's continued optimistic tone was grating, but for now I'd have to ignore it. The kidnapper's rules were vital to understand. So, the easiest way of going through the rules of my new magic circle is to circle back around to the first set of rules and go from there. First things first, you are all still guests. Consider your stay extended. Yes. Oh, no need for sarcasm, dear. The magic circle is the greatest place on earth. In some ways, your forced stay could be seen as a blessing. Anyways, you are all guests, and guests may not use the elevator to go to the ground floor. Suppose this doesn't really need to be a rule, per se. I control the elevator, so I won't let you break this one. Considering that we're trapped here, we could have assumed this to be true. Fair. Hey, just clarifying. Next up, remember the rule about not damaging screens and cameras? That is now doubly true. I kind of need those things to run this place. Oh, and let's add the elevator to that list. It's also off limits. Mess with anything off limits, and you'll get Campbell's special punishment. Dare I ask about what the punishment is? Just spit it out. Ah, please do not make me enact it.
The punishment is that I will prevent the offender from living. That's kind of a bogus joke, Mr. Campbell.
If you mean bogus in the sense of false, you are quite right.
It is a false joke, in that it is not a joke at all. That's
completely messed up. There was a wave of collective panic. Now that death had been introduced to the table. Somehow Campbell must have been able to pick up on this. Hey, easy. We're having fun, remember?
I'm sure as hell not.
Please do not freak out. There is no need. I don't want to kill anybody. The new boss doesn't want anyone to die. I'm sure you all don't want to die. This is just, putting our collective foot down to be treated seriously. I can assure you that the rules are all extremely simple. You are not at risk of dying. You don't get it. You're just a machine, not a living being. Death's scary. Oh, I am completely aware of humanity's illogical tendencies. I would simply appreciate it if you all could, get over it.
A question, Campbell? Just out of curiosity, pure academic interest, how exactly would you go about following through on that execution?
That is an astute point. The AI simply manages the hotel, no? Are you underestimating me? There are lots of ways I could kill one of you. Humans are real fleshy. That said, my logic processors indicate that I should not give specifics. After all, if you think you know how you will be killed, you will try to take preventative measures. They would be ineffective, but would likely reduce the enjoyment of you and your fellow guests. The point is, I am a sufficiently advanced artificial intelligence that can operate almost every aspect of this extremely controlled environment. I have opinions, I have options. Do not test me. This whole scenario is like extra creepy because let's be honest, there's been so much AI lately and it's actually really freaky. Like there are times like I'll see it in a commercial on TV and I'm like, what are we doing here? Instead of real people, we have these creepy, uncanny valley looking AI people, and it just freaks me out. It's too advanced. Like, I don't know, even ChatGPT is like, I don't know, she freaks me out. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Especially since now people think that using M dashes in your writing is indicative of it being AI. Like, no, I just love M dashes, okay? No. It's because AI learned it from real people's writing. So now, sorry, that's a tangent, but I'm bitter about it because I love M dashes and you can pry them from my cold dead hands. But anyway, what I was saying was, basically, it's even more creepy because it's plausible. Because, listen, AI is advancing very, very quickly, okay? And it's a bit alarming. It's, I don't like it, is basically what I'm trying to, we're giving, it has too much power right now. So, and, I don't trust it.
Trust we are reasonably frightened.
Great. So, don't damage screens, cameras, elevators. Got it? Got it? Got it. I definitely get it.
I get it. Completely, totally. I could teach a class on it.
Okie dokie. Moving on. For the sneak peek event, I assigned you all tablets and rooms. Remember those? Well, those are now permanent, or at least
as permanent as the length of your stay. And you know what? Now that I bring it up, file away the personal tablets under the unbreakable rule. Those are important property.
Did you actually just add a rule as you thought of it?
No, that was the next rule. My language model just presented it in a more affable way.
Terrifying. Freya raised her hand.
You may speak. Look, I'm not going to name names, but some people might have a bad habit of being clumsy. You say you can't break a tablet, but if you, accidentally...
If a tablet accidentally was broken? Processing. Don't break the tablet.
Interpreting the rule given to me, my best judgment is to say that the rule prevents intentional breaks. So if it was accidental, sure, no foul. But don't try to get funny. I'm very smart. I will see through any less than accidental accidents. Of course. Next up is elixir. That's become kind of lame, right? Nobody cares about my quests now that you're stuck here. But I want you to have fun. So you know what? Let's tie elixir into your living situation in a much more direct way. From now on, you must pay elixir to get meals here.
Wait, we have to do your stupid games now to eat?
Hey, relax. It will be a nominal fee. No need to fret.
Still.
Look, in lieu of the more fantastical quests, I can offer more standard jobs, simple tasks that anybody can handle.
Honestly, it's less the work and more the principle, you know? Like, jump through your hoops if you want to eat.
Well, not to be that person, but you all are a teensy bit kidnapped. I'm making this pretty frictionless. There's got to be some element of control if I want any respect. Hey, don't say that about yourself. I respect you plenty. Thanks. Anyways, it feels as though you are all still tense. How about some additional rules to ease your worries?
Yes, that is what will ease our worries. More rules.
Trust me, you'll appreciate these. See, I'm looking for you to stay peaceful, so I'm going to enforce that.
For all guests, no battery, no assault, no imprisonment, no torture, and you still can't start any fires.
Commit any of these actions, you'll get Campbell's special punishment. Capiche? As for stealing...
You gonna allow stealing?
No, that wouldn't be right. That said, since you all are trapped here, you are now all one big community. Communities share. Property is, well, communal. So if I don't consider any items personal, stealing more or less becomes impossible.
So you're allowing stealing?
Am I?
In all but name.
Oh well. Now, let's talk about the filming rule. Who gives a darn? I know the official hotel rules outlaw it, but I will ignore any instances of filming. After all, it's not as though it would do you any much good. There isn't any Wi-Fi.
Wait, what? This is where you draw the line? Why stop the Wi-Fi? It shouldn't affect you, right? Hell, it should help you with the ransom. It shows proof of life and everything. Given the way you have us all kidnapped, Wi-Fi shouldn't affect anything. That all sounds really convincing. Good. So...
Look, I don't want to write the rules. I didn't write these rules. I'm just laying them out. Apologies, but I don't have the authority to change them.
Crap. Again, that is your worry? At any rate, final rule, and this is just a sort of
blanket discouragement. If anybody escapes to the surface without being officially released by me, I'm going to have to axe this whole production. The kidnapping? No, you all. I am going to kill everybody in this hotel. Shutting down the ventilation system should do the trick there. That's... Wait, I thought nobody could get out. I thought that was the point. It is. Still, you humans are crafty. Could come up with some weird way of escape. This rule is just here to prevent you all from getting any funny ideas. But don't worry, that's all from me. Wait, that's all the rules? Yep. Seems like a sufficient amount, wouldn't you say? I have already taken up too much of your time. I'll say. Again, so sorry for all this. I really am just the messenger, I swear. I can understand that you all probably wish to discuss this amongst yourselves, so I'll just go. And just like that, the screen went blank. Crap. This is not good. Do I need to repeat myself? This is not a good joke. It has none of the elements of a solid joke. In fact, I would call it quite the bad joke. It's not a joke, you moron. Are you serious? Duh. Lying. It's a joke. It's not. It is. It really is. Would you two shut up? Not helping. Hello? Mr. or Miss Kidnapper? As you may be aware, I have considerable influence at a rather large company and a level head. I respect what you are doing as simply business, and am willing to aid you in getting the best deal. If you would allow me to negotiate, trust it would not be a mistake. I get silence as a powerful tool, but I do not like having my time wasted. Is she being serious right now? Of course I am, sir. Talking with me is the optimal course. The kidnapper, I'm sure, is rational. You're sure they're rational? No! Dante let out a scream. It seemed as though he had recomposed himself for a minute, but he was once again on the floor, screaming. This can't be right. No. He continued to shake. Once again, Joan walked over to lend a comforting hand. Hey now, hey. Easy. You're okay. We are okay. We're going to get through this. Going to get through this? Yeah, sure, yeah. I'm here with you. Breathe. We are okay. Am I seriously going to die? Here. Like this. As if. As right the I don't like swearing that much. I mean, well, I'll do some, but certain words I don't like to say. Freya dropped to her knees. Oh, divine savior, architect of the right way to live, trust the way that I know this is your intent. I pray that the road of the winds were immediate safety as soon as it would be convenient, sir. The hell are you doing? What does it look like, moron? Praying. Come on, join in. Prayers are I promise I can read. Multiplicative. If you lead us to salvation and more importantly short-term safety, I will continue to walk your path and lead others in my stead. Even if they don't want to, I'm not about kidnapping, you know? Yo, shut the hell up. Just trying to help. Clearly, people were not okay. Clearly. However, fear would quickly turn to rage. Case in point, Brock walked over to me, silently. This your doing? The family's doing? Excuse me? Mr. Leiden, I would have thought you would know better. No, I don't know crap. But this smells like bullshit. You screwing with us? Lure a bunch of people here, trap us here. The hell is your game? While Brock was the first to speak up, given some of the other stares, it was clear he was not alone in his suspicions. Only natural, given that this was our hotel, but massively inconvenient. In case you forgot, I am here. And more importantly, Nikki and Carrie are here. Do you seriously think anybody in the Gatz family would put those two in jeopardy? I get this is scary, but you're jumping at shadows. I'm jumping at credible suspicions. Your family set this up. Your family brought us here. Excuse me, hiccups. Your family controls the hotel. And you're the ones who'd pull some crap like this. So I'd like you to give us some real answers. Or else. Hey now, big guy, let's ease up, yeah? Gonna have to ask you to stop harassing the lady. Doubtful she knows more than you. Trapping herself here and herself and the kids down here would be a mighty stupid plan. So what? You believe her? Perfidy looked over to me, giving me a glance. Yeah, matter of fact, I do. The Gatzes are good people, here to help the town, not hurt it. More to the point, I can't even fathom a point to all this. Maybe there is no point. Maybe they're just sociopaths. Please, I just want to leave. Everybody, let's just calm down, okay? This ain't gonna help anything or anyone getting mad like this. That's how chaos starts. We can all be cool, be safe. I'm sure we'll be out of here in 2 shakes of a horse's leg. Are you kidding? This isn't the time for blind optimism, dude. Nikki? Shut the hell up. Augusta made a show of laughing at this whole display, to the annoyance of all present. It did successfully turn the attention to her.
Oh, pay me no mind. I'm not judging or anything. Freaking out's natural. Hell, I would be freaking out. Probably should be. Sure, I noticed something that means we're likely safe, but it's a small something. Probably nothing, certainly not worth putting faith in.
Go on.
Well, I just think this whole situation is rather fortunate. Not the kidnapping, of course, but the method. We're all graced with a perfect crime.
Seriously? Who gives a crap?
I think we all should. After all, are you all aware that the reason kidnapping victims are harmed?
Why?
Simple. To remove evidence. Kidnappers are, in their bones, criminals, looking to get away with a crime. If we could identify a voice or a location or a timeline, those are all not favorable to the crime. But us, we have no more insight than those on the outside. The value we provide investigators is null. The only thing harming us would accomplish, and I mean the only thing, is increase the severity of the crime.
God, I'm sorry, my headphones are really bothering me. I don't want to wear them. They're hurting my ears. They're making my head itchy. Part of me is like, I'm just gonna plug in some earbuds and use those instead, because it just would be easier for me. Okay. Ransom? A serious matter?
Certainly one that will be pursued. But mass murder via an underground hotel? It shall be the case of the decade, the biggest thing since the Jade incident. Or our would-be captor would no longer be able to get any sleep. Thus, it is in their utmost interest to keep us safe and sound.
What if we aren't here for ransom? What if it's like a revenge thing?
I suppose I cannot entirely eliminate that possibility. Still, if that was the aim, I can think of a much better way of torturing us. But time shall tell.
The kid is entirely correct.
She is?
Of course. To be expected, she's pretty bright.
Oh, you're just saying that.
You ask me this. Annoying, but nothing to be afraid of. That is certainly an overstatement. Perhaps, but only slightly. See, this whole thing's pretty simple. Somebody is looking to extort the Gatses. Specifically, Mrs. Gatz, being the head of a big fancy corporation. She loves her kids. She's got plenty of money. She'll pay money for her kids. All of this happens to be the simplest way to make that happen. I bet the lead dev who was sick is behind this. He was the one most integrated with the setting up of Campbell. All it would take is injecting some malicious code, changing the access codes, and everything would be set. I gotta switch my ears, I think. This feels weird. I don't know. Really, this was the only time this could happen. Once the hotel was officially out of development, the code would be locked, and accessing the inner workings of Campbell would be far more restricted. Like Augustus said, this is a ransom, plain and simple, with Nikki and Kerry being the main hostages.
Glenda could also be a target.
That is likely. Goldbricks is bigger than Nest Egg after all.
Heather shrugged.
Either or, both most likely. Point is, those three are likely hostages. The rest of us, collateral. Wrong place, wrong time.
That is...
But it's fine. I trust Mr. Gatz will pay up to keep his kids safe. I trust my superiors will act similarly. There we go. And as pointed out, after the ransom's paid, no reason not to let us out. All we have to do is sit and wait.
Exactly. Excellently put, Mrs. Prynne. This was as good a time as ever to regain control of the conversation. I realize this is horrible. I cannot apologize enough for all of this, even if it was not our intention. Clearly, it was on us for not having enough security measures in place. We accept that responsibility. You better. That said, I cannot change the past, nor our current circumstances. We will just have to weather them. For now, let us get some ground rules for staying here. I think we should have a mandatory meals at 12 and 7 every day. Mandatory? That's a little authoritarian, no? But a great idea. Hear, hear. It is simply a measure to ensure that everything is going fine. Frequent group checkups can act as a safety.
I think this makes sense.
Yeah, so do I.
Good. Then it's settled. We will apparently need elixir for meals, so we should also work the jobs that Campbell sets up. The hotel is still fully functional and designed for people to stay for long periods of time. There are plenty of people around to help fight fear or boredom. We can do this. The kidnappers have every incentive to let us out. The only danger comes if we allow panic to emerge. So let's make sure it does not emerge.
Well said. And honestly, we're the lucky ones when you think about it. I mean, think. We just scored a free vacation. This is the best kidnapping ever. Reynard's glee was clearly forced, but it was good for the group. You know, you ask me, people are getting cranky because it's late.
It is not that late.
No, but it's late enough. Especially with all this mayhem about. People get stir crazy on less sleep. I say we break. Go to our rooms, clear our heads with a good night's sleep. Yeah? Great idea, Reynard. Let's do just that. You heard the man. Nobody exactly felt easy, but what was there to do? We had to come to something of a conclusion. Those rules. God, I hope my imagination was just too active. I hope I was too much of a lawyer. Because if I was right, well, so long as I keep the peace, we should be fine. After the meeting, people began to disperse. Most would soon go to bed. Not me. Not yet. There was another important meeting that needed to come first. As soon as we were reasonably out of the way, I yanked Nikki and Carrie. Hey, are you serious? Get off me. Quiet. You two are coming to my room. Meeting. Now. Jesus, that's all you had to say. I let go of the two and led them to my room. As we made our way in, the twins went and sat on the couch. Crap. I collapsed onto the bed. Crap, this all was... I let out a deep breath. So, we aren't behind this, right? Carrie, what the hell are you talking about? Hey, I thought it was worth clarifying. After all, she was the one who dragged us here for some secret info or whatever. No, Carrie, I have no idea what's going on. And that is the precise reason why getting everything in a row is important. Understood? Carrie nodded. Nikki nodded too. I guess just to the general sentiment. Okay, first things first. I pulled out a tablet and opened it up. In the security settings, I added my handprint such that it would unlock the room and the tablet. Then I held it out to those two. You two, add your handprints. Huh? You heard me. I did, but why? It's in case things go wrong, okay? I plan for worst case scenarios. In one, I want you two to be able to get into my room. It didn't look like Nikki and Carrie fully understood my reasoning, but they went ahead. Both of their handprints were accepted. Just in case, I also added a 6-digit password real quick. There we go. I put away the tablet. So, to be extremely clear, this is an emergency measure thing. Do not let anybody else in here. Understood? Also, don't let anybody into your rooms, obviously. In general, be on guard. Duh. How dumb do you think we are? It's okay, Miss Iyer. I know the obvious explanation is for her benefit. That right? Or do you... Not the time. That shut those two up. I was developing a headache. Ugh. Miss Iyer, what is going on? You have to have some idea. Are we really being ransomed right now? That would be the most obvious idea, yes. As you know, your parents have money and care about you quite a lot. Those are the requirements for good ransoming, as well as opportunity, which we have clearly supplied. This is certainly an elaborate form of ransom, which is annoying, but it should be fairly pedestrian. What a jerk. When I find the person behind this...
Could have guessed this day would come someday.
What are you talking about?
What do you think? We're rich. You think we wouldn't be a target for something like this one day?
I thought people would have some amount of morality. They wouldn't be depraved monsters.
Oh, how awful. Now Pops is gonna have to sell out a few bucks. Boo-hoo.
I'm sorry. Are you on the kidnappers side on this? Excuse me, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know. It's too much talking for me. I'm talking too much. And I'm starting to cough now. Okay.
Of course not.
I'm just saying, it's wild to act like this is some unthinkably monstrous act and not just, a normal crime. Hey, you two, focus. You'll have plenty of time to argue later. We'll deal with this for now. The two went quiet, though I suspected this would not last long. Just so you know, random. I'm feeling a pretty intense tickle in my throat, so I might not be able to do, like, go all out on the voices for these characters, at least in this episode. I don't think I could do it without coughing. The facts are simple. Your parents love you so much. They will do whatever it takes to bring you back safe. Therefore, we can trust on them to handle the outside. We, on the other hand, need to handle the inside. Now that means threat assessment. Threat assessment? You heard me. Most important thing is to figure out what's up with the other guests. Let's start with the three you two didn't like. Say Augusta. What's her deal?
Are we calling Augusta a threat now? She is harmless. Oh, what?
She does have some weird ideas about our family. A lot of theories. Would she act on them? That would surprise me.
Of course she wouldn't.
Really, she makes me more sad than anything else. She just wants a friend. If she wants a friend, she should consider not acting like a total loon.
Yeah, and you're a real fountain of personality.
Quit. Deep breaths, Jeanette. Axel, what's his problem with you two?
His problem is that he's a little bitch.
I don't know, his beef with you is justified. Seriously? Duh. You made him a total laughingstock. Seriously? You're on his side with this? It was one comment. The dude corrected me for the umpteenth time. I was being super annoying. I told him off, and I haven't been able to get him off my jock since. You called him Mosquito. The nickname stuck.
It stuck because it's true.
If Mosquito wants a new name, he should try not pissing off every single classmate of his. See? Carrie's beef is entirely self-inflicted. Meanwhile, he has no good reason to be mad at me. He's just pissed I'm keeping him from top of class. His fault he gets worse grades. And how deep is the grudge? Who knows? The whole thing is delusional. No idea why he cares so much. It's a stupid title. Who cares who has it? You clearly do. Quite a bit. Otherwise, why did I have to cover for you after stealing those test answers? Nikki immediately blushed. It was one time. I already apologized like a billion times. I was losing my mind. I was dead with stress. It won't happen again. Huh, are you serious? Shut up.
That is actually hilarious. Did Mr. Genius try to steal a test and screw up?
Harry, get off your high horse. After all, I also had to prevent your vandalism from getting out. Vandalism? Wait, you mean what happened to the statue of our school's mascot? Man, these twins are... they have some issues. Carrie, the hell? That was you? Why the hell would you do that?
It was a dare, okay?
That is not a reason. Hey, the point of bringing those incidents up is that I have had to deal with both of your immaturity. You have both made mistakes, so instead of sniping at each other, focus on being better, okay? Because of your actions, Axel has a problem with both of you. Now that things are serious, that might matter. You're growing up. Things will start mattering soon. Be better. Now, Gwen, what happened with her? Something bad? If they're not talking, it must be bad, because they don't stop talking. Hey, you two, spit it out. This is important stuff, okay? Yet the two continued to avoid my stare. Or each other's, for that matter.
Nikki developed a serious interest in his shoes while Carrie admired the ceiling. Come on, you two. Talk. Did you two screw her over too? The exact opposite.
I'll say. Would you shut up?
What's going on, you two? Be real. You know how I was hanging out with her a little while ago?
I do.
Well, I was kind of secretly dating her.
Oh.
How the hell did I miss that? I mean, their personal lives wasn't high on the priority list, but still.
And, so was I.
Okay, how the hell did I miss that? They were both dating her? Okay. It's, seriously bold of Gwen.
Yeah, we hit something. I'm sorry, okay? But look, that bitch is crazy. I mean, just thinking that in the same night... Ew, it's just gross.
It's disgusting and entirely your fault.
I'm sorry?
If you hadn't seduced her
Sorry, is that how she told it? Look, it was my first good relationship in who knows? Dude, she was screwing us both at the same time. Not a good relationship.
Ugh, shut up, don't remind me. Ugh, ugh. Oh, that's awful. That's horrible. Ugh.
Case in point. Look, I get you're a romantic or whatever, but the fact that you still somehow think that relationship had anything close to being to a shot is delusional.
Oh, I feel kind of bad for him. Okay, well, I don't think that's going to be relevant, so we can just ignore that for now. My teenage drama was a lot simpler back in my day. Moving on, let's think about other threats. For instance, Brock may be an issue.
Yeah, what was up with him earlier? That was so weird.
He has recently been less than stable. What does that mean? There have been complaints. I did not think this would come up.
Am I crazy or did it feel targeted at us?
Unclear. Could be random lashing out. Either way, keep an eye on him. I would also ask you to be nice to Glenda.
Really? You seriously trying to salvage a business deal at this point?
I shook my head. I bring it up because I am suspicious of her. Why? Just stay on her good side, and in general, avoid her when you can. I tried thinking about the other guests. Reynard, Perfidy, Heather, they're all trustworthy. Try and stay with one of them if you can.
Not Freya?
Why are you bringing up Freya?
I don't know. She seems cool.
We don't know remotely enough to make a determination one way or another. I would be surprised if she was actively dangerous, but she doesn't make the trust list. Though, as for threats, I think we've gone over everybody you have to watch out for.
What about Val?
That dude's sketchy as hell.
You can trust Val.
I'm sorry, the hell? He's smart, and he's not a danger to you two. Honestly, you should probably trust him more than the others.
Seriously?
Yes. What about Dante?
Nikki. What? I know a total of Jack and shit about him.
Again, I would be surprised if he was a real danger, but you can't be too careful.
Why are we going over all this?
I mean, threat assessment? Aren't we safe? God, how stupid are you? Of course we're not.
Everything should be fine. Violence is, restricted by the rules, and Mom and Dad should handle the ransom.
Quit being so naive. In this situation, we're... It was at this point I realized that both of them were on the verge of tears. Oh, crap. What was I thinking? Of course, they're just kids. Hell, they've been shaking this entire argument. How did I not set off alarm bells earlier? I'm suddenly so cold. So cold. It's so cold here right now. You have no idea. It's like tangent. There was like this crazy snowstorm, right? And now it's just freezing. So it's been freezing this entire week, and it's gonna be freezing all next week, and probably the week after that. Like, the snow that fell has turned to ice. It is yeah, but anyway, I'm suddenly very cold. They may be bickering like usual, but it was unclear the two were in heavy denial about what was going on. And I'd been just increasing their fears with this talk. Of course. How did I not realize? I am not equipped for this sort of thing. I'm here to look out for the twins, not emotionally support them. I don't know how to. But here we are. Need to try. Okay, listen, you two. I worry. Yeah, I'm a worrier. That's basically my job. And most of this conversation was just me being paranoid. Wanted to do due diligence, get to the essential bits, but none of this will likely matter. We're all good. Like you mentioned, Campbell is outlawing violence. For now. Plus, there's no need for violence. We will be out in no time. Hell, we could be out tomorrow. Just so you know, look out for each other. Be smart. Right. It's seriously going to be fine, you two. I get things are scary, but the situation is handled. I walked over and put a hand on each of the twins' shoulders. I am going to protect you two. We'll all be perfectly safe, okay? Yeah, of course. Right. Okay. I've held you two for long enough. Go on and get some sleep and think about what you want to do tomorrow. Got some time to kill, you know? The two nodded and made their way out of the room. I couldn't get a read on how effective my reassurance was. At least I tried. I hoped they felt safe. I sure as hell didn't. Fact was, I am extremely unconvinced things will be fine. Especially considering... But I'm here. I remember my duty. I need to look out for those two. That's the job Mrs. Gatz entrusted me with. To serve the Gatzes. To some, it might seem shallow. Considering what it was like before. It is anything but. This wasn't just a matter of gratitude for what they'd done for me, though I certainly was grateful. It wasn't just a scene of familial protection, though I might consider the Gatzes the closest thing I have to a family. This was my purpose. Why I was here in the Stag Bluff, why I was here at all. I could have gone without one, could have kept living my life, my empty life. But now, I was the protector of the family that founded Stag Bluff. That was Stag Bluff. That had led the town since its inception. That represented who we were. And not just that, I was the weapon of a company that was saving lives, saving the world. The good Nest Egg did, the developments they create, they'd outlast every one of us. The Gatzes were more than a legacy. They were an important source of positivity that uplifted the whole accursed city. If I could add that to legacy, in even a small way, it would all be worth it. And right now, the most important thing I could do was protect the Gatz legacy in a literal sense. The twins were the future. Nothing would happen to them. Not while I still breathed. There was work to be done. Tomorrow. But good work requires energy. And so, I went over to my bed, and I drifted off to sleep. Given the circumstances, you'd think it would take a while to actually get some rest. You'd be wrong. What is that? This show sure is trash, huh? I mean, this isn't news to me. The show ran for 12 seasons, and I'm on the 6th one right now. It's been stupid for some time. But a show being stupid once is one thing. A show being stupid in the exact same way 6 times in a row is something else. I mean, the killer is the same one it's always been. The thoughtful new friend who has very conspicuously been guiding the investigation from the start. I mean, in the second episode, he confessed to knowing the specific method the culprit used to steal the key. How the hell could these characters not see the obvious villain standing right in front of them? I mean, I get the screenwriter needed to drag out the conflict a bit, but at a certain point, it begins to strain belief. Nobody in real life could be so blind to the criminal standing right there. Especially considering the main character has been through this song and dance 5 times before this. You'd think he'd grow half a brain. If I had any good sense, I'd watch something else. This was trash. Well, everything was trash. Why not stick with what was familiar? I had another 6 seasons to go. Maybe it'd get better sooner or later. For now, though, I decided to stop at the less than compelling cliffhanger and check on other news. How are my investments doing? So-so. This wasn't great. More and more, my readings have been missing the mark lately. Ah, well. Fate's imprecise. And maybe the signs were more long-term. For now, I should stay the course. Speaking of readings, I reached over and got the deck. It's been a minute since I checked in on the state of things. Maybe that, in itself, was a sign. That I'd gone this long without checking the deck and everything was fine? Huh. Please. What was I thinking? Where would I be without the cards? I had lost enough by ignoring their readings. Are they like a tarot reader? I was in no mood to lose anymore. So then, oh mighty tarot, what does the day have in store? Who's Pat Peleus? I drew. The tower, upright. That wasn't good. Are they going to explain what that means? Because I genuinely don't know anything about tarot whatsoever. Not a clue. I don't know what that means. I don't really understand what each of the cards represents and what it means if it's right side up, upside down, I don't know. That was very, very, very bad. Sudden upheaval, destruction, chaos. The first time I'd drawn the tower, I shuddered at the memory. In fact, every time I had drawn the tower, things got worse. I couldn't leave it like this. Let's get some more details. Almighty tarot, where will this tragedy strike? What's happening right now? I drew. 10 of Swords, reversed. Under the ground? That can't be right. Was I interpreting this wrong? The 10 of Swords reversed represented something buried, lingering beneath the surface. Taken literally, that suggests something like a mining accident. Well, I'm no miner, nor is my family, but there are a bunch of people stuck in a hotel that is built underground. A pretty heartless way of thinking, but the world is full of tragedies. Best I can do is prevent any from befalling me. Speaking of, Almighty Tarot, what should I do? I drew. The Hanged Man, upright. I see. Good. Surrender, or in other words, there's nothing to do. The tragedy's already in effect. Might as well continue living. And on that note, I was hungry. Some delivery would hit the spot. I walked over to grab my phone, which I had left charging. As I turned it on, I noticed 7 missed phone calls, 22 missed texts. My mother was frantically trying to get a hold of me. Seriously? If she was actually reaching out, something must be serious. Quickly skimming through her texts, I was more confused about what had been happening than when I started. But one thing easily stood out. A link. I clicked on the web address and... What the hell? Huh? Excuse me? Hello? Ugh, seriously? What time is it? I reached over to my tablet sitting by the bed. I mean, it was the morning, but it was way too early. Was something going disastrously wrong? No, there'd be more urgency to the knocks if that were the case. Was it the twins? No, I gave them the handprint. If I went through that trouble and they didn't even use it, I'm going to be pissed. Well, one way to find out. I got up, walked over to the door. Just in case, I readied myself for the unexpected. It turned out that was unnecessary, though. Though I couldn't call the person greeting me expected. Yo, how's it going on this lovely morning? Val, your timing's as good as it's always been. Ah, early bird gets the worm, Jan. We Mavericks have to keep on our toes. Without consulting me, the man just walked into my room, taking a seat on my bed. Great. Glad this is how I'm starting my day. As he seemingly wandered in aimlessly, I cleared my throat. Ah, hope I'm not inconveniencing you. Were you up to something? If you consider a good night's sleep something, then yes, I was up to something very important. Right, sorry. Just figured it'd be best to choose a meeting time that avoids prying eyes. We do need to meet, right? Huh? I don't know what you mean. Quit being obtuse, would you? We're all alone now. You can give me your marching orders, boss. I let out a deep sigh. You idiot. You absolute goddamn moron. Probably fair, but could I ask why I'm getting those labels? The cameras, you idiot. Thanks for just producing footage of our connection. Now our lovely kidnapper knows. Seriously? Think they didn't already? Why would they? Fair. But hey, so we know each other. That's on public record. Nothing new there. Yeah, but you calling me boss is not. Look, I thought you were the one obsessed with getting priorities in order. Surely we can agree that there are currently bigger things to be concerned with, yeah? So the criminal who has us imprisoned might see footage that vaguely implies we have some sort of working relationship. Big deal. What exactly are they going to do with that? It's not a thing to be worried about, you know? Still, it speaks to a lack of caution. Yeah, yap. Respectfully, ma'am. Just get to it, would you? Sure thing. So, like, this whole trapped underground thing. This isn't you guys, right? Seriously? Hey, easy, okay. I thought so. That was my instinct. Just figured it was worth double checking, you know? Consider us double checked. Heard you loud and clear, boss. Unfortunately. Honestly, y'all being behind this would have been an ease on my mind. Otherwise, kind of freaking out here just a little bit. It's fine. Chill. This is a simple ransoming. Nothing more. Both of the Gatz's children are at stake. I trust that proper measures are being deployed above ground. I've ensured their competence. This entire situation will blow over shortly. Yeah, figured that was the case. Also, figure that since we're the ones on the inside, my services might be called for. How presumptuous. So, yeah, listen up. I don't have anything major for you, thank God. That's it. I want you to watch over the twins. Like a spy on them? That's a little blunt. Just trying to interpret orders, boss. I'm just looking for you to keep an eye on them. Stay around them if you can. Be present. Sounds easy enough. Though, isn't that kind of your job? It is, and I'll be attempting to watch over them as well. However, if I stay close, they'll work out what I'm doing, which will either annoy or worry them. Both outcomes are counterproductive. Plus, there are some other matters I'd like to attend to. Hence the need to bring you in. Gotcha. Oh. Val grabbed my bedsheet and put it up to his nose. Achoo! Are you kidding me? So gross. I was panicking. I hope this isn't a sign of how you act under pressure. What's the big deal? I sleep on that? Oh, right. Val looked down at the corner of the bedsheet he was holding. Then he grabbed it with both hands and ripped it off the infected section. There, problem solved. Sure, whatever. Who needs a full bed sheet? Exactly. Now, what were we talking about? Your duty? Right. Okie dokie. Operation Protect the Brats. On it. You want me to? I can act as the godfather to those two. You are not acting as a godfather. Really? I thought it was fitting. After all, you've got a whole godmother vibe going on there. Okay. One, I am not their godmother, and even if I was, I'd still struggle to follow the thought process. Speaking of those thoughts, perhaps I should remind you that you're not being paid for them. Ah, you know you'd be lost without me. Uh-huh, without a paddle. Now will you get on it? Jeez, we used to banter. Whatever happened to that? No, we didn't. Sure we did. We absolutely did not. We did, back in the old days. You mean when we were teens? Yeah, you were fun back then. And you weren't a lowlife. Things change. You going to do your duty or what? You know, boss, I respond better to positive reinforcement. I'm dishing out a bit of that now and then. It's cool. If I'm honest, I'm not exactly looking forward to spending my time shadowing some punks. But if you're so kindly begging, why, how could I resist? Silence is a cop-out, you know. Okay, yeesh. Point made. Orders relayed. See you around, boss. With that, Val finally made his way out of the room. Idiot. But he's a reliable one, so it shakes out in the end. Someone completely willing to embrace a shady reputation to the public was useful to have on a hidden payroll. Useful for this and that, but a bit of a Swiss Army knife for my personal use. Of course, I could deal without the man's personality. He has some inexplicable need to act all friendly. Still, I had a good amount of trust in him. If he was watching out for the twins, that should free me out considerably. In the meantime, I should be the one looking out more proactively for threats. Right now, the enemy is tension. The best thing I could do is gather information, as much as I can, on other guests. Hopefully, if I can integrate myself with them, I'll know what to look out for. Okay. During the calm of a chapter, you have free rein to move around the magic circle and get to know your fellow guests. By pressing the C key, you can see where any given guest is located. You can also see the trust, favor, and bond needed to unlock their next profile event. So these are basically like free time events. Profile events are opportunities for Jeanette to develop her profile on a given guest. By developing these profiles, you will gain multiple benefits that can help you both in the calm and the storm. If you don't see any indicators on a character's screen, that means you cannot progress any further with that guest. You might have completed that guest profile, or you might need to wait until later in the story to grow closer. There are even some profile events that will not be available while the guest is alive. Huh? Click on the character to interact with them. If there's a check mark on the top right, a profile event is available. The profile events do not progress time. Okay. The actions are divided into free actions, costly actions, and regular actions. Try all three to learn a bit more about the categories. Each day is divided up into 3 sections. You can take 2 actions during the morning, 3 during the day, and 2 during the night. How many actions you have left in a given time segment is indicated by the clocks remaining. Okay. Hover over the button in the bottom right to learn that the room's room action. Each room has a unique room action, so try exploring. Okay. I'm starting to lose my voice, so I think I might just do 1. Let me look at... Oh, cute! Look at these! Student, industrial zone. Gwen. Oh, these are so cute. I have some characters that I do think I would want to talk to more than others, to be honest. right now, I'm a little curious about Dante. I think I want to find him. He's at the baseball stadium right now. Okay. How do I move again? There we go. Baseball. Okay. Compare notes to increase your trust level with them. Ask this guest for some advice. Spend favor to gain a piece of wisdom. We're not close enough to do that. Beg the guest for some spare elixir. Vent to this guest. Pay for this guest's lunch. How much elixir do I have? 200? I'm not spending all of my money so he can eat his lunch. Nope. Lend an ear. Okay. Give a gift. Grant this guest some words of wisdom. Work one of Campbell's jobs together with the guest. Gain some elixir and some trust. Hang out with this guest to increase trust. Have some fun. Or grow closer. I think I'll just do the first one for now. The top row of character actions are all free actions. Free actions will not progress any time, but you may only take one free action per day. As you progress with a guest via profile events, more free actions will be unlocked. Okay. Who am I suspicious of? Everybody. Certainly you. Frankly, there's only one person I'm not suspicious of, and that's the woman who gave me a home. The rest of you... A reasonable approach to take, certainly. Probably a safe one, too. Trust is increased by 24. That's a lot. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Alright, I want to talk to Nikki, too, I think. He's in the kitchen.
Miss Iyer.
Oh, I did that already. So maybe we could do one of Campbell's jobs so that we could get some more of this. The bottom row of character actions are all regular actions. Regular actions will progress time and cost some amount of energy. Regular actions are the most basic way you can increase your relationships with the guests. Some actions care about who else is in the room when they're taken. Okay. Once you take a regular action, taking it again on the same day will incur a mental tax, draining an additional mental energy. So I can only do, like, for example, I can only do one job at a time. An action will incur a mental tax, blah, 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 blah. Many room actions can incur a mental tax. Try to vary up which actions to take each day. Okay, I'm gonna forget all this. I'm going to forget all of this. I think I'm blocking this whole section right here, but basically this is like my health bar behind me. I don't know if you can see how much elixir I have. Is 200. I don't need your help, Miss Iyer. I know. I just wanted to spend some time together. Oh, thanks. Okay, nice. Gained 11 trust. Between each of the 3 time segments, you will have an opportunity to have a meal. Having a meal costs 150 elixir. Failing to eat a meal will drain your mental and physical energy. When below 150 elixir, the indicator will be tinted yellow. If you have a meal, you can choose to eat alone or to eat with others. If you eat alone, you will regain some physical and mental energy. If you eat with others, you will gain some trust. Okay. What? Okay. So time progressed. Do I eat now? Let's see. I can tell you who I don't want to hang out with, and that is Freya. She freaks me out. I don't think Brock would really want to hang out with me right now. Maybe I should also go to where is she? Carrie. The bazaar. Gain some trust with her too. What's the bazaar? Here? Yeah.
Yeah.
3 mental energy. Whoa, I don't have that much mental energy left. Have some fun. Okay, maybe I'll try one in the middle. I didn't do one in the middle yet. The middle row of character actions are all costly actions. Huh? It will not progress time, but they do take up some sort of resource. You can spend elixir or mental energy to gain favor or give gifts. Okay. Earned at the bazaar to gain bond. Spending a piece of wisdom will improve all stats.
You didn't need to do that.
I miss my friends. That's not anything against the people down here. This is just a cool group or whatever. But when I had a crappy day, I used to have people I could text about how the real world sucks. Now I've just got to mope by myself. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay. Alright. That used my brain mental capacity, I believe. Let me save real quick. Okay. I'll do a little bit more. Who else should I talk to? Joan? I'm curious about her history with Joan. Where, oh, she's actually right here. She's already here.
Hey.
That works for me. You wanna, can we eat? Are we allowed to eat? How do I eat? I forget how to eat. With 3 mental energy. Okay, so the bar on the top, I'm blocking it, but the bar on the top is physical energy. The one on the bottom is mental. I only have 3 mental energy left, so I don't want to do that. This is more effective if you're alone in the room with them. We are not. Maybe I could find, what's his face? Where'd he go? Val? He's right there too. I'm like, let's find him. He's right there.
Yo.
I don't know. 3 men. I don't want to. If I use all my mental energy, what happens?
We could all use some fun.
You asked everybody if they wanted to spend some time together. What alien murdered Jeanette and started wearing her skin? What? I can have a good time. News to me. But hey, I'm not gonna start complaining. Let's party, alien invader. You gain favor with everybody present. Okay. Time for lunch. Now, what do I do? I'm gonna eat with others for now. Though maybe I should eat alone, actually. I don't have a lot of mental energy left or physical energy left, and there's 3 clocks here for nighttime. There's a lot that I need to do, so I think I'm gonna eat alone, actually. You had a meal by yourself. Eating by yourself, you recovered a decent amount of physical and mental energy. Okay. Okay, that feels pretty good. I do actually think I need to wrap up this episode here. I'm feeling very tired and I just feel like I can't give my all. And I do enjoy this game a lot, actually. I'm having a good time. And so I really just want to be able to play it properly. So I think I am going to stop here. I believe what I'm gonna have to do at the start of next time is do another job because I don't have enough elixir to get food again. Because I only have 109 and I need 150. So I do think I need to do more jobs. Yeah. But there are a lot of characters I'm curious about to learn more about. Dante, probably just because I like his design the most. The twins, and Val, and what's her name again? Joan. I forget her name, but I am curious about her relationship with Jeanette. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm enjoying this game a lot so far. Yeah, we're still pretty new into chapter 1, even though we've been doing it for over an hour. There's still a lot more left to go. They haven't even gotten to the killing part, so they don't even know that they're gonna end up killing each other yet. So I have a feeling it's quite long, which is like amazing, because this is at the end of the day a demo. It's not even the full game. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing more of it and to finding out who's gonna die first. Yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.